Hello, I'm Teresa. Thank you for joining us. Today is the launch of our first class on Guerrilla Law, A Woman's Way. And my co-host today with me is Ninon, Vere, Rosa.
You got it right.
I got it. The value of this class is going to be based on the questions you ask. The whole purpose is so that we can take our many, many, many years of experience,
absolutely,
but fine-tune it for your specific issues. So the purpose of this class and why I chose to launch it, first of all, I'm doing so many things that I could not teach this on my own. And the reason I have Ninon here is this is a woman of reputation, experience, and who really believes in giving back, and that's why I'll teach you the strategies. I'll come in and strategize with you.
She's
and
better at that than I am, but I can
Ninon
show
will
you
come in and
reality.
show you how to do it. When you're on the phone negotiating and you don't feel comfortable, she could be on the phone with you, coaching on how to negotiate. When you're going and looking at a property, she knows some things that her and her husband did that made them very, very wealthy, that you'll be able to hold hands with Ninon and do this. So what are options for people that have distressed properties? Distressed properties means properties that are upside down. That means the loan is higher than the current value of the property.
What I was saying, yes.
That are currently in foreclosure. What are your options? That have already been foreclosed upon, because every one of those positions, which is about everybody in the country right now, there's some extraordinary opportunities. So we're going to talk about those opportunities. I'm going to show you some experts to direct you to when each one of these steps
comes up. Yeah, when they come
because
up to
you don't want to go, I think, you want to go to an expert. You want to know, and you want to, for everything, you want to strategize beforehand. On our outline is options for distressed properties, the basics of learning the law. So understanding the basics of contract is absolutely necessary, and understanding, and it's not difficult, and I'm going to send you to my experts. Before I finish the next 10-minute segment, I'm going to show you my 10 experts that I've researched. So I'm going to show you some opportunities and some experts that you can use, whether your house is upside down, whether it's in foreclosure, or it's already been foreclosed on. There's some great opportunities. And one of those things is we're going to have to teach you some basics about law, not a lot, but you got to understand it, and then how to buy time to preserve your position, how to regain properties with lender fraud claims, and how to negotiate pennies on the dollar your current loan arrangement with your lender using these different strategies. Foreclosure defense right now is a brand new industry, and the laws in our country are being changed as we speak.
Daily, they change daily.
Exactly. The laws that our money in this country were established, our current economic system, are all being challenged. And so we have a voice in bringing these laws into something that serves us instead of what's going on. Our objective is to be able to, at the end of this class, show you how to start to strategize with what's currently possible and decide what your issues are, what you'd like to do, and how you can succeed or even help somebody else gain a home. And one of my goals, and this is the exciting part about working with Ninon, is because of her philanthropy work, can you imagine taking a home that's been foreclosed upon, negotiating it back for pennies on the dollars, and then turn around and put a woman that has 3 children that can't afford to get in a home, is living on the street, and show her how to come into the home and make small payments, rent payments, and help her get back on her feet, and have her learn to own ownership in that home on a rent-to-own basis. There's lots of different opportunities, so that's the woman's way side of it. So, well, in my 4-hour class, I'm going to actually go into the detail. I love looking at all the different ways that you can, or that chessboard, move things around, and anyway. So if those of you watching, if you have a question or a specific issue, now's the time to post it on the chat, and I'll give you some very specific applications. You see there's a wealth of information. And Ninon has an extraordinary amount of experience managing, negotiating.
Commercial and also residential.
She told me some stories that I want you to know this woman has the experience that you'll want to be connected to. Jovita here with us, and Jovita, you've got some issues that are a little more on the foreclosure defense side, and I'd love to be able to ask some questions or answer some questions for you. First of all, Was the list of experts that I gave you helpful?
It's very helpful, especially any that don't require large sums of money going into it.
And I want you to know that 99.9% of the people in our country are all believing the same thing.
Yes.
And our objective for this course is to, one, be able to help people that are facing foreclosure, to be able to help people that are upside down in their homes, to be able to help people that have already gone through foreclosure and are dealing with an unlawful detainer and they're going to be forced out of their home, to be able to help people that don't want to stay in their home but invested a lot of money and have nothing to show for it, how to get the home back or how to get a settlement with your lender, and finally to take and find investors who want to come in and pick up pennies, properties for pennies on the dollar, understanding how to use foreclosure defense as your strategy, as your arsenal to be able to come in with no money or very little money and pick up properties that are currently being ready to be demolished by lenders and that are destroying not only our nation but every other country in the world is following the same profile. It's worse in most countries than it is here. So I invite you to follow us. We'll hold another one. If you'll send us an email, we'll let you know when the next class is and when the 4-hour class is, and that 4-hour class will give you 1 year unlimited attendance.
Yes.
So that you can ask questions, learn about new experts, new cases, new wins, strategies,
the American dream to earn
property opportunities, all of it. And that's it.
Absolutely.
The American dream. Ninon and I are here to help you.
With your American dream, whether it be commercial or whether it be residential.
Absolutely.
Whether you're a man or a woman or a younger generation. We'll be there to help you.
All right. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be back. And if you like what you've seen, go and look at some of the other programs. We're now broadcasting 5 days a week, and we have a whole array of different programs. It's a private network. That means you can only come into the network if you're referred in, invited in, or if we
sign you up.